On this day, the 24th of January in 1908, Robert Baden-Powell's book Scouting for Boys was first published. This, in effect, founded the Scouting movement. Although by 1914 and the outbreak of the First World War the Scouting movement was still in its infancy, it now had international routings and had already begun to teach boys and young men a wide range of skills. These skills would be used throughout the war. This photo is of a Sea Scout demonstrating his signalling skills using semaphore flags. We will learn why this proved useful later. On the left is a recruitment poster designed by Baden-Powell from 1915. It shows Scouts helping in the war effort. Baden-Powell had considered how they could help in 1914. Older Scouts and the leaders could join the armed forces, but younger boys could not. Baden-Powell found ways in which the younger boys could support essential services. The roles which the Scouts took diversified throughout the conflict. On the right is Coast Watching by Ernest Stafford Carlos. It shows the Sea Scouts ready for action. Supporting the Coast Guard was one of the most important and earliest jobs which Scouts undertook. The threat of invasion from Germany was severe, so watching the coastline was crucial work. The activities of the Scouts on the shores consisted of not just coast watching, but also sending signals and delivering messages. This is why the semaphore skills which Scouts had acquired were greatly important. You can see them in the bottom left of the painting as well. The Scouts were supervised by the Coast Guard, but were under the orders of their patrol leaders. The Scouts had great independence. The Scouts also sent messages by hand. Messenger boys were stationed at places where messages may have to be urgently communicated. The Scouts had to be good at navigating and also be a good cyclist. Mass telecommunications did not exist at the time. Scouts also helped with farming. Most farming was done by hand at the time of war, and the army had absorbed the manpower required. The two images on the right show Scouts at work. The farming was not only for food but also flax. Flax could be used to make a tough canvas for tents, equipment, and aircraft wings. On the left is a letter from a Scout to the Scouts' headquarters, wanting to know how he could help with the war effort. In addition to all this, the Scouts raised money to support the war effort in many innovative ways, including collecting acorns and selling bottles. With the money that they had raised, they bought ambulances such as the one on the right, which were used in service abroad, and Scout huts. Scout huts provided refreshments and entertainment for the soldiers. The huts, such as the one on the left, were often staffed by former Scouts. As well as these major jobs, Scouts took on some more varied roles. On the right are some Scouts guarding a railway junction. They also guarded telegraph and telephone cables against attack. On the left are some Scouts working as hospital stretcher bearers. They had learned first aid and were asked to help care for the sick and injured by bearing stretchers and performing basic first aid. Younger Scouts, i.e. cubs, helped perform household chores. This painting, inspired by commemorative images of Jack Cornwell, was commissioned to mark the centenary of his death on the 2nd of June 1916. His bravery was so great that it led to the development of Scouting's highest award for bravery, the Cornwell Badge, which is still in use today. Jack's story is too long and deep to include in this video. The bravery of Scouts was recognised formally. Former Scouts were awarded at least 21 Victoria Crosses, and David Lloyd George, the Prime Minister, also recognised their contribution. Scouting continues to remember the sacrifice of those who paid the ultimate price. Every year, Scouts take part in acts of remembrance, and they continue to commemorate those who lost their lives. I hope that you have learnt something from this video about Scouting during World War I. You can watch my other video on Scouting during World War II as well. Thank you.